Hey everybody, welcome to another quick video tutorial. My name is Fotini. You're visiting Fotini Stampin' Spot. So we're going to make a really cool card today called a swing, corner swing card. I kind of already got something started here already. So you need an 8x8 piece of cardstock, and what we're going to do right now is we're going to score it at 4. We're scoring it again at 4, flipping it on the other side. So basically we have a cross in the center, as you can see that. So now we're going to line up the points on a diagonal from like a diamond, and we're only going to score from the center to the bottom. We're not scoring this top corner. So let's kind of bring our scoring tool right there in the center, and we're just going to come down. Okay, so this is what you'll have here at the bottom. Okay, now we also already have pre-cut a piece of lemon lime twist at 3 1/4 by 3 1/4 and a piece of DSP 3 1/4 by 3 1/4 from the Naturally Eclectic DSP pack. So we're right here now is where we are. So we're going to cut out actually this triangle, but we're going to leave a flap along this line. So what you're going to do is you're going to cut to the left of the score mark, because we want to cut that score mark out because we want a nice smooth edge. So you can fold this piece back now just to keep it out of your way. Now from here we want to cut, but we want to cut about a 1/2 inch from that score mark. And it works really well when you have these long scissors instead of little paper snips. Okay. So we have this kind of a look. Now here is going to be a little tight, so I'm going to notch that out a little bit more and get this little piece out of the way. And I'm also going to turn this and just make this a little more on an angle. That's all. Okay, so now we can burnish our sides. So we just take our scoring tool and just bone folder, and just burnish all the sides. Okay, so here we are. This is the way we want it to start with. Oop. Not to confuse anybody. So here we go. 1, 2, 3 full triangle, full squares, and we've cut this triangle to the left of the score line, but about a 1/2 inch or so from this score line, and we just notched out these flaps. So this top here is going to be where we're going to be writing our sentiment, and when we fold the card over, this is going to be our front. This is going to be our DSP is going to go here. So I'm just going to take a dot and put an X just so I remember that's where that goes. So we're going to adhere our DSP to that. So I'm just going to use a little bit of fast fuse because I'm out of snail. I can't believe I went through all my snail. Have to order some more. We're going to put that right here in the front. Okay. All right. So now let's go back again. 1, 2, 3. This is our bottom flap. This is what's going to cause the card to open. This is where we're going to be putting our sentiment. So we are going to need a piece there. This is going to go here in the front. So we want to cut a circle here so that we can make this thing swing down. So in order to get a circle, we need to get our layering circles. But I think I might want to use a different one. Let's see here. Do I have my squares? I haven't used these yet. Maybe we can use these instead. I haven't used my layering squares. So why don't we use that for today? So let's pick one here that will look nice. So I want to take, now I have to keep in mind that I want to put a border. So I want to put one where, that might be a little big. I want to put one where I know that I have to have a snuggled border. So bear with me 1 second here. Oh, these are so stuck down. Okay, so how about we do this one like this, just like that. Now I'm going to look for the one that's the next level up because I want to make a layer. That'll be perfect. This one I'm going to use to make a border around, and we'll show you how we do that. So let's cut through first this. Bring forward our big shot. we're going to take this and kind of center it as best as we can. If you like, you can also use some washi tape or something like that to hold it down, but I do have the magnetic platform in place. So we're going to do through the Big Shot. Now you're going to get an impression on the other side, and that's normal, but we're going to hide it with some DSP. Okay, so you see we're getting an impression here, but don't worry, we're going to take care of that by hiding it. So we have our square cut out. Okay, so while we have this out, I want to take that next layer that we use, that scallop, with the same square, and I want to cut out a border. So I'm just going to use some scrap that I have and just layer this down. By using the two together, it'll just cut out like a big window with that scalloped border. So since the Big Shot's out, now's the time to do that. Okay. And here you have it. See how nice that is right there? Awesome. Let's just leave that here for a second. The other thing we should probably do while we have this out is the inside. So let's put these back before we lose them. Let's hold on to that for right now because I'm not sure what we're going to put there. Okay. All right. So let's move this out of the way just for a second. So down here now, here's our card. We're going to put down our DSP, or I'm sorry, our lemon lime twist. Because I want to hide this, and also because it's going to be what's going to be peering, it's going to be the paper that will be peering through the top. See? Now, because this is dark cardstock, you know, and it's a little hard to put sentiment on something dark unless you emboss or something like that. I just think I'm going to use a little bit of white, so I'm just going to trim this down. See how wide this paper is. It's about 3.5, so I'm just going to trim it down to the other way, 3.5. Oop. And we can write our sentiment in here. Okay, so we're going to put that here. So let's see, let's make another happy birthday. That'll be a nice one, right? How about that? Or you know what, let's do wedding wishes. That's a nice one. Okay, let's get this the right way here. So we're going to get this ready, and we're going to make sure it's straight. Oops. Okay, so we're going to go here. Hold on 1 second. I'm looking to see if there are any other sentiments. Okay, so we're going to take wedding wishes, and I'm going to grab some, I think that's fresh fig. We're using fresh fig cardstock, so we're going to use fresh fig on this sentiment. We're just going to come right here, just right in the center. Wedding wishes. Okay. And you know what I really seem to like this. Let's add one more just because we have all this prettiness here. I'm going to add this really pretty floral. And then you can write underneath, you know, whatever you want to write on your card. Okay, so let's put this to the back. Okay, so this is going to go, we'll say about Okay, so this is going to go like that and like that. So we want to put something here because this is just too pretty not to put something there. So what can we put? What can we put? That's a good question, right? How about we put let me see. What can I put in there? How about we put something that says, how about we use this? We'll use watercolor words. We can use that really pretty heart right there in the center, and we can put that just as easily. It will fit right there, okay? So that's a good idea. We're making as we're going here, okay? So I'm just going to use, got a piece of scrap here. And we're going to, I'm just thinking. We're going to use very fresh fig. Let's see. Just putting it in the center. Sorry, I'm off camera. Putting it in the center because I think we're going to get this all punched out. So I'm going to grab a square that can fit here. That's too small, so let's go one level up. That will be just like right there. Okay. I took the next level from that. Okay, let's see how this looks. I'm going to cut this out. Okay, put that sandwich plate back on. About that interruption. So here's where we are now as we're working, as we're going. So I have this heart cut out, and it is a bit on the small side, so I'm not so crazy about that, but we got to work with what we have right now. So I'm going to take the next layer up, and I'm going to punch out a scalloped. That looks so much better. Okay, so let's put this together, shall we? So we're just going to put some adhesive on the back of this. Okay, I'm going to turn this over. We're going to pop some dimensionals on, and it's going to pop through our little window. So let's put 4 because it's square, and it probably would be better if we had 4, even though it's not a big piece. So our card's really almost done. Had I not changed my idea to do the squares, we would have been done by now, because I didn't play around with the squares before. So we're just going to take the card and put it right there in the center. And the last thing we need, well, second to last thing, we're going to add our frame in the front. So I'm just going to take some of our Tombow. I'm just going to put dots. And not a lot, because I don't want it to ooze out the other side. Okay, and this is going to cover the front, and it's also going to hide this impression that was made. This is the way. Okay, right there. Do your best to just push down and give that a second and it'll adhere. Okay, so now how do we make this pop down? It's by adhering something here. And I'm actually going to use tear and tape. Tear and tape is our friend. So we will add tear and tape right here on this back side. We'll just fold it over, and that will allow the card to pop open. Okay, so we'll fold it up. We'll add some tear and tape here. Push it down, make sure it sticks. Peel off the paper. If it comes off. Okay, now all you have to do is just close the card. Okay, so now when you open the card, it does this popping down because the tape, that little flap we made, brings that down. Make sure you burnish that good. There you go. So there you have it. A corner swing down card or a pop down card. Super, super cute. Okay, and the other thing I want to quickly show is how to make the envelope for this. Because it's such an unusual size, you can put it in a regular card, but it will be like empty kind of, right? So we're going to use a really easy tool. Let's clear this mess here. This is Stampin' Up's envelope punch board. It's a really neat tool to have specifically for making envelopes any size. So what we know is our card is a 4x4, so we're going to cut our paper 6 7/8 by 6 7/8. So here's my paper here. Let's cut that first. And I'm using my Stampin' trimmer again, and it's great because it goes beyond all the way up to past 14 inches. So 6 7/8 is right here. We're going to bring that down. We're going to flip it around. 6 7/8 again. Okay. Save your scraps. So we're going to bring the punch board again. And we're going to line it up. It tells you here exactly what you need to do. So 4x4 paper, 4x4 card, 6 7/8 by 6 7/8, and then our score line, we're going to move it to our score line at 3.5. We're going to move it up here. So we're going to take our paper, we're going to line it up at 3.5. Now remember, it's the same measurement around, so it doesn't make a difference which side you use unless you have a specific design you want one particular way. So we're going to punch it at 3.5, and then there's a scoring tool here. We're just going to take here and we're going to pull straight down that score mark. You see that? We're going to turn it around, and we're not measuring anymore. We're just lining up this score mark that we just made with this little tab. And it even tells you score guide. So just line up the score line to that little tab, punch. Same thing again, line it up, punch. Line it up one last time, punch. Okay. We're done with this part here. The other little thing that I want to do is on the other side of this tool is a corner rounder. So you can just take this in here, push the corner in, and it punches out a rounded. Okay, push it all the way into the corner, push down, again another round. Now the envelope has two flaps that are slightly bigger than the other two. So, I'm not sure if you can tell, it's very slight. These two flaps are a little bit bigger than these two flaps. So this is top and bottom. We're just going to burnish these all the way around. And this paper is not very thick, so you can easily do it with your fingers. Okay, and the way I like to tape it is I put my flaps in and I just run tape to the edge of the bottom flap and I just fold up. And now I can put my card right in, and I have a pretty envelope already waiting wishes. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope you learned something, and I hope you try it yourselves. I wanted to thank Lisa from www.Lisa Stampin. Oh, what was her website? LisaStampinStudio.com. This is where I got the inspiration and the directions to make this really cool swing card. So thanks again for watching. If you'd like my video and you would like to see more of what I put on YouTube, don't forget, click on the subscribe button below, and I would love to be able to produce more videos for you guys to see. All the items that I have used today will be written in the description below as well, and you can shop at my online shopping page anytime. Just remember to also use the September host code if you're going to purchase in September 2017, and you'll be getting a nice little thank you gift from me and a special handmade card in the mail for doing so. Thanks again, everybody. I'll see you on the next video. Have a great day.